Hi everyone, welcome to another Woolen Yarn Box unboxing. I'm really excited to share today our March box and the amazing theme for places you knit, crochet, and make all day. But first, before we get into the box, if you have not heard of a Woolen Yarn Box and you're new here, let me tell you a little bit about it. So, what makes us any different than any other Yarny subscription box? Well, when you're opening our boxes, we want you to be transported to the place you're knitting, crocheting, or making all day. Each month we pick a place and it's like actually going there. You may ask how we do that. It is through scent, fiber, color, one-of-a-kind handcrafted charms, and extra goodies. So from the moment you open your box, you're fully immersed in that place that you're visiting through many different senses. So it's not just yarn in your box, you're really truly getting a box chock full of goodies that are going to remind you of that place you knit, crochet, or make all day. Hopefully for you it's reminiscent of some memories, or if it's a place you've never visited or can't imagine, hopefully it teaches you something about that place. But it could be something otherworldly, or it could be something very familiar to you, but all the places we pick are truly unique and wonderful and so much fun when you open your box and you take out all of these goodies and you get to kind of smell that place, see it in the color, and experience it through all the extra goodies. So that's a Woolen Yarn Box. A little bit about the technicalities of the box. It normally defaults to an 80-20 superwash merino nylon fingering weight. If you're a crocheter, please make a note that you're a crocheter. We'll include a crochet pattern instead of a knit one. And please also include if you want thicker yarn. So if you want a DK or a worsted, or if you're just a crocheter that wants the yarn to match the box pattern each month, just write that you're a crocheter and we'll give you either worsted or DK or bulky, whatever goes with that pattern that month. If you do not say anything, it's 80-20. If you would like to switch your base as a knitter, let's say you don't like nylon for any reason, you can switch from an 80-20 to 100% superwash merino fingering weight, or if you want a DK sock set instead of the fingering weight one, you can certainly do that. You just leave us a note. It has to be 2 weeks before the 7th of each month to make any changes, pauses, or cancellations. We have month-to-month boxes where it auto-renews every month until you pause or cancel. Or we have 3-month boxes where you purchase all 3 up front at an 8% discount. So you get a big hefty discount when you order 3 at once, and then they'll come each month for 3 months, and that auto renews as well. With your monthly subscription, you get a 5% discount for auto renew monthly. So lots of choices. We do allow you to really customize your box. If you're not into scents, we have a basic box option, so check that out. Basic boxes, sometimes we'll add a bag on upon request. You just let us know. But without further ado, let's delve into our March box because we're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Wool. We're walking down that golden road in our ruby slippers, and we meet some fiber friends along the way. And when it's time to go home, we're going to click our heels together 3 times and say, "There's never enough yarn in my yarn stash." And so here's the yarn for and inspired by the wonderful Wizard of Wool. And that is the Emerald City. And so we have dyed up the Emerald City. And so I really wanted this to have some depth to it. It is a semi-solid. It does have small twinges of like a speckle, so I'll show you that. This is actually gold speckled on here. And so it comes up that really nice golden green color to mix in with the Emerald City. But I've definitely added some greens in here that are layered. So it's not true tonal, it's more like a semi-solid because you're getting all different kinds of greens in there. This is on our 80-20 base. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, especially for March, a time for green. And of course we have, inspired by the Yellow Brick Road, we have that beautiful yellow golden color for the heels, toes, and cuffs. So I'm just loving this vibrant green for this time of year. March is a time when the earth is waking up. Like, things are starting to bloom. They're starting to come back. You're seeing all those gorgeous lush greens come back to life. And so that's where it all begins, and I think green is a great part of that. And of course, we're off to see the wonderful Woolen wizard, and so green at the Emerald City was perfect for the theme. So we have patterns, and I'll tell you about those in just a second. We do have a knit and crochet pattern. First, to tie in the theme before I tell you about the patterns, let me show you the charms. Inspired by Dorothy herself, Sammy actually made a little character. You can pick your skin tones for this, my friends. So if you are a Woolen Yarn Box subscriber, just know we allow you to customize your skin tone to make your character just as beautiful as you. And so if you're already a subscriber, you might have picked a skin tone when you subscribed. That will be your skin tone throughout the boxes. If there's ever a character, that will be the one we choose. If you ever want to change it, 2 weeks before the 7th of each month, you can let us know. But Sammy made the most amazing Dorothy-inspired characters, so check this out, with, of course, a rainbow. Aren't they absolutely amazing? Again, all skin tones, you can pick one. The skin tone chart is on the listing for a Woolen Yarn Box. You may have already picked one, but if you haven't and you'd like to, there's a separate listing in our Yarn Box subscriptions where you can pick your skin tone. It's got a 0 charge, so you just go in and click on that, and it'll allow you to check out for your skin tone, and that will reflect in your box. So we so far have things inspired by the Emerald City. We have, of course, a Dorothy-inspired character with, of course, a rainbow. To go perfect with these absolutely amazing colors, you can hang your Dorothy-inspired character on the Emerald City socks by Lisa Ross, Paper Daisy Creations. She made amazing Wizard of Oz-inspired socks. So you can check that out right here because our test knitter, Rachel, has knitted them up for us in our beautiful colorway for the Emerald City. And the green goes perfect with these socks. Rachel is Creative Yarnaholic on Instagram. She test knits all our box. She also does all our crochet goodies. So check this out. For those of you crocheting, in our DK weight base, she has crocheted up the fiddle socks by Marta Mitchell Designs. Amazing crochet socks. We don't normally get a crocheted sock in the boxes, so this was kind of an interesting sort of twist to this box. Normally it's a small accessory. It can be a small accessory for knitting as well, but more than often crochet is a small accessory, so we were super excited to include these socks in here. Rachel also did a wonderful job crocheting these up in our DK base, so check this out. So you can kind of do whatever you like with your golden mini here. You can do heels, toes, and cuffs depending on your size in the fingering weight for the Emerald City socks. However, if you're using a DK weight, just know that you're going to get like a pop of color on your cuff if you want, and it won't quite do heel, toe, and cuff for our DK weight base. If you want an extra mini in there because you really want to make the heel, toe, and cuff gold, just leave us a note and we can get back to you and add on an extra mini to your box for you. So we're super excited about these patterns. They're absolutely amazing, talented designers. Check them out on Ravelry if you haven't already. In your box, you're going to get a download code for these. So for the crochet box, you'll get, usually we print out the crochet ones, but I think you'll get a download code for that one this month because it's socks. For knitters, you'll get a download code too. It all comes on a handy little card that we put in there with all the information about all the scented goodies, the lanolin lotion bar, and things that you're going to see now. So I want to show you the bag next because I feel like that just ties in this whole theme for the Emerald City Dorothy inspired thing going on here, because you can't have that without a rainbow. So to match Sammy's gorgeous rainbow, we made a project bag. And keep in mind, for those of you new here, it doesn't always end up being a bag. It could be a needle case or other sewn goodies. We've done like scissor holders with a couple extra notions, so there's lots that can happen here. But this month was a bucket bag, which I thought was really appropriate because Dorothy would have carried Toto in her little basket, and so a bucket seemed kind of like basket-ish. So we went with the Woppet basket by the Clever Woppet on Etsy. They have amazing sewn designs if you want to check them out. But this is the Woppet basket. And what's really cool about this basket is you can obviously knit directly out of here if you wanted to. So it's going to sit on your table and you can just knit out of it. When you want to get up to go and take your project with you, it has a handle on this side and this side, and you are just going to push down and pull out your handle and do the same on the other side. And then instead of a bucket, you have a little bag. So I just think these are so cute. They're so versatile. The fabric is absolutely so much fun. It gets that gold fleck in there for the yellow brick road, so to speak, that golden road. And it definitely is just inspired by that whole rainbow theme. So Sammy put the rainbow in there. We have somewhere over the rainbow inspired themes going on here. So lots of fun. Sky blue on the inside and sky blue for your handles, and then it pops back out and becomes a bucket again, so you're ready to work. So I'm just loving the whole rainbow vibe here. I think March is also a great time for rainbows. It's a time when the rain starts to happen. I know it really picks up in April here in my neck of the woods, but March we do get some rain as everything starts to come back up and bloom, and so we do get rainbows. So somewhere over the rainbow inspired bag. So cute. So goes with your Emerald City sock set, Sammy's charms inspired by Dorothy, and of course a rainbow to match your bag. So we give you a card that will tell you all your scents and your goodies. This one is a mix of chamomile, honeysuckle, and poppies for your candle this month. So your candle is always 8 ounces for a woolen yarn box. It always comes in a little tin. Whether the tin is going to be green or it's decorated in some way, sometimes we change it up. So it could be a different version of the tin. We made a yellow candle this month. We thought inspired by the yellow brick road, but also inspired by the flowers. And so this is a mix of chamomile, honeysuckle, and poppies. It's so good. So good. So florals, March is a time when we want to start bringing in those florals and get those going in your house. And when you knit with that, it's going to bring you so much joy. You're going to get these towards the end of March. It's going to be when everything's in full bloom, and you're going to love a floral lit in your living room or craft room, wherever you're kind of sitting and enjoying this knit or crochet. And so you're also going to get a wool wash bar in this box. So we alternate between a wool wash bar and a lanolin lotion bar. This month is a wool wash bar. We've made it a beautiful flower. And that sort of goes along that whole theme with her field of poppies and things like that. But this one is lavender and patchouli. So we went with that floral theme again. It smells really good. These, you can just take this bar like you would a normal bar of soap. You're going to run it through your hands underneath some water when you're going to go block or wet, if you wet block or wash your items. When you're hand washing, run it through your hands. Make the water slightly cloudy. That's what the soap is going to make it, just slightly cloudy. And then put your wool wash bar. You can store it on a dish. It's best if it's like an actual wool wash bar dish, which is usually like a wooden one and has slots in it to let this dry out. But I sometimes just put it on the side of my basin too. So you can run this through your hands, make your water slightly cloudy, put your hand knits in there and sort of press on them gently without a whole lot of agitation. Let them sit in the wool wash. This lanolin wool wash is going to condition your wool. It's going to condition your goodies. You're going to wring them out and lay them flat to dry as you normally would when you wash them. And you're going to get a little themed extra mystery goodie that comes in these boxes. And it is a little notions tin. So your notions tin will have some sort of like themed sticker on it. This one's cool too. We were going for the whole pink Glinda vibe inspired type of thing. This one says, "You are capable of more than you know." It has little magical whimsy things on it. Of course, slippers. We have a ton of these, and so you'll get one with a really cool theme on it to keep your notions in. So this is good for your stitch markers and things like that. It slides open and slides closed, so you can keep your goodies in there, and then you can stick it in your little Wop It bag, of course. Okay, well that's it. For those of you unboxing any of your boxes for Woolen Yarn Box, or if this is going to be your first time subscribing, please use the hashtag Woolen Yarn Box. Tag us. We want to see your unboxings and we want to see your beautiful creations. And I'm sure that Paper Daisy Creations and Marcia Mitchell Designs, tag them if you make their beautiful patterns. I'm sure they would absolutely love to see it. So until next time, we'll be doing an unboxing next month for our April box. Stay tuned. We have so many unboxings from previous boxes if you want to see what a Woolen Yarn Box is all about and some previous adventures we've taken. So check those out on this channel as well. Okay, bye everyone. Thank you.